Okay, so you just tried these examples. Let's see what you got. We're going to go over this. So there's a few guiding principles, and it's thinking back to our 2 steps. And here are our 2 steps. This is the way we want to think about it. First, you need to get rid of addition or subtraction. Second, you need to get rid of multiplication or division. Let's go ahead and try them. So let's see what we got. Well, what is the first step for this first problem? 11x plus 20 equals 31. Great job. Most of us, I think, would have figured there's a plus 20. Well, we need to make that a 0, so we're going to subtract 20. And we'll remember that if we do it to one side, we need to do it to both sides. Perfect. Now, 31 minus 20 gives me 11. Okay, we keep our equal sign, and then we just pull down what's left, so 11x. So what is our second step? Well, multiplying or dividing. What's being multiplied here? 11 times x. Well, we need to make the multiplication equal to 1. How do we make 11 equal to 1? Well, we divide by 11. 11 divided by 11 is 1, and that's what cancels it out. But if you do that to one side, you need to do it to both sides. Finally, we can pull down our x. 11 divided by 11 is 1, and that's our answer. Okay, let's try the same thing for this one. Now, I started to switch up the order of these things because I want to start tricking you up, and because it's the same thing, it's just it looks a little bit different, but you follow the same things. Is anything being added or subtracted? Well, I do see that there's the minus right here, okay? That minus is connecting these two terms. Remember, we're looking for near the x, or in this case, near the w. So we have a negative 12, so we're thinking, how do I make that negative 12 a positive, a 0? How do I make that negative 12 a 0? Well, by adding 12, because negative 12 plus 12 is 0. If we do that to one side, we have to do it to the other, so we'll add 12. And what do we get? Well, we still have negative 6w. That negative didn't go anywhere. Negative 6w. We still have our equals. 24 plus 12 is 36. Okay, now we have multiplication division. Well, I do see that there's negative 6 times w. Well, how do I make that a 1? You divide by negative 6. Negative 6 divided by negative 6 is 1. But if you do it to one side, you got to do it to the other. We're left with our w. 36 divided by negative 6 is negative 6. That's a calculator problem if you couldn't do that in your head. Okay, last one. So again, adding or subtracting. Well, if I look on the side of the equation with the t, there is a minus. So how do I take that other term and make it a 0? Well, it's a positive 5, so I need to subtract 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. If I do that to one side, I need to do it to both sides. Those cancel out. And we're left with our negative t. We have our equals. Negative 12 minus 5 is negative 17. Okay, we're not quite done, because is there something being multiplied or divided? Well, there is. That negative is being multiplied. Remember, that is negative 1. So you need to divide by negative 1, because negative 1 divided by negative 1 is 1. That cancels out. We need to do that to both sides by negative 1. So what we end up with, t equals negative 17 divided by negative 1 is just 17. Okay, let's move on to a few more, slightly more difficult, but same thing, 2-step equations, exact same thought process.